The galaxy was calm on the day everything changed. Trade ships moved slowly across star routes. Diplomats argued over borders, and most alien empires believed life would continue as always. No one worried about Earth. Humans were considered young, slow, unimportant. A species still learning how to survive beyond its home planet. But the universe was about to learn a truth it would never forget. Far from Earth, near a cold star, an alien fleet drifted like shadows in space. Hundreds of ships, dark metal and silent engines, watched the sector quietly. Their captains expected nothing dangerous here. They believed humans were too weak to defend themselves, let alone strike first. Then a single line of light appeared. It was not loud. It was not bright like a laser. It moved like a whisper through the darkness, smooth, fast, unstoppable. The alien sensors tried to track it, but the numbers made no sense. It moved faster than their weapons, faster than their scanners, faster than anything they had seen. The line of light hit one ship. There was no explosion. The ship simply vanished. No fire, no debris, just empty space where metal once existed. Panic filled every bridge. Warnings echoed through speakers. Commanders screamed orders, shields activated, engines roared. But again the light returned. Another shot, another ship erased, then another and another. A fleet built over centuries was destroyed in seconds. Across the galaxy, governments watched the live transmission. Leaders stared with wide eyes. Scientists rewound the footage again and again, unable to believe it. One weapon, one shot, one instant of silence. And then the message arrived, short, cold, and final. This was only a test. The stars themselves seemed to stop, as if the universe held its breath. The galaxy could not ignore what happened. News of the Railgun blast traveled faster than trade, faster than diplomacy, faster than peace. Every world, every empire, every general asked the same question. How could humans do this? In the great marble halls of the Zalani Dominion, leaders gathered in silence. No one spoke loudly. No one dared. Their fleets had been reduced to particles, their warships erased like chalk from a board. High General Varric, a creature known for pride and confidence, stood frozen before a hologram of the destroyed ships. His hands trembled. "This cannot be human tech," he whispered. "It is too advanced, too perfect." But the evidence was clear. Earth fired the shot. On the other side of the galaxy, the Avaran Republic called an emergency meeting. Old admirals, with skin like cracked stone, watched the footage again and again. One shot, one straight line, zero warning, zero resistance. Humans were weak yesterday, an admiral said softly. But today they stand above us. No empire wanted to admit it, but the truth was loud even in silence. A new power had risen. Meanwhile, on Earth, humans did not celebrate. They did not broadcast victory. Their cities moved like normal, lights shining over oceans, people walking markets and streets. But deep underground, in secret bases hidden from the sky, humanity watched the galaxy panic. A single shot had been enough. Yet the railgun was not their strongest weapon. Admiral Reeves stood in the command room of Earth Defense Headquarters. His voice was calm, controlled, almost cold. "They will come," he said. "They cannot accept this." From distant stars, fleets were already moving. Thousands of ships, millions of soldiers, angry and afraid. The galaxy wanted answers. Humanity had only one. If you challenge Earth, expect fire. 3 weeks after the railgun test, space near Earth shimmered like broken glass. Thousands of alien ships entered the solar system in formation, sharp wings, glowing engines, weapons hot and ready. They came not to talk, not to negotiate, but to prove that Earth was still small. The fleet's leader, Supreme Marshal Cortal, stared at the planet on his screen. Blue oceans, green continents, a tiny moon that circled slowly. To him, it looked peaceful, too peaceful. "Humans must show their weapon," he growled, "or we will crush their world." His fleet moved forward. On Earth, sirens echoed across continents. Citizens looked to the sky. Every major country activated defense systems. Orbital stations aligned like teeth of iron above the atmosphere. Nuclear submarines surfaced like shadows in the ocean. But none of this scared humans. They had something far greater. Deep inside an underground bunker beneath Antarctica, Admiral Reeves stood before a massive screen showing the alien fleet advance. No emotion showed on his face. No panic, no fear. Open channel, he ordered. A wideband transmission reached the alien flagship. Cortal appeared with burning gold eyes. You have one chance, humans, the Marshal growled. Reveal your railgun facility. Hand it over. Or we burn Earth today. There was silence. Only the hum of machines. Then Reeve spoke, calm as ice. You came to take our weapon, he said. You thought that was our strength. He raised his hand slightly. You are wrong. Behind Earth's moon, shadows began to move. Giant shapes, cold, metallic, silent, came into view. One after another, human warships emerged, black steel covered with glowing blue lines. Not one railgun. Dozens. The alien fleet stopped. For the first time in galactic history, the invaders felt something they never expected. Fear of humans. The alien armada stood still, millions of eyes watching the horizon of space, where human warships slowly surrounded Earth like steel guardians. Not sleek, not pretty, built for survival, built for war. Supreme Marshal Cortal grit his teeth. His pride would not allow retreat. Forward, he commanded. Every alien engine roared at once. The fleet surged toward Earth in a tidal wave of metal and fury. Thousands of missiles launched, glowing like falling stars. Plasma beams cut across the void. The assault looked strong enough to burn a planet bare. But humanity was ready. Admiral Reeves stared at the incoming attack, voice calm as stone. All ships, he said, phase shields up. Rail batteries, lock targets. His warships obeyed like a single heartbeat. Shields shimmered across hulls, bending plasma fire like wind against water. Missiles broke apart before touching armor. The alien fleet pushed harder, firing everything, desperate to break through. Then humanity answered. Dozens of railguns charged at once. Hum low, energy rising like thunder inside metal bones. The stars flashed white. One volley. Rails fired simultaneously, hundreds of projectiles traveling at impossible speed. Silent, invisible, unstoppable. Ships vanished in long trails of dust. Entire squadrons simply ceased to exist. Alien screams filled comm channels, panic spreading like fire in dry grass. Impossible, Cortal shouted. No weapon should erase ships like smoke. But it was real. It was happening. And it was only the beginning. Human ships moved forward at last, not hiding, not defending, attacking. Railguns fired again and again, tearing open cruisers like paper. The alien formation broke. Order collapsed. Fear replaced pride. For the first time in 1,000 years of war, galaxies watched an empire retreat. And behind them, Earth's warships kept advancing. The hunter had become the hunted. What was left of Marshal Cortal's fleet scattered into deep space, engines burning at maximum thrust. The silence in the command deck felt heavier than gravity. Officers avoided eye contact, afraid of seeing their own fear reflected back. We must regroup, Cortal growled quietly. His voice had strength, but no confidence. Across the galaxy, panic shook every empire. Governments held emergency meetings day and night. Thousands of worlds demanded answers. How did humans build such a weapon? How many railguns did Earth hide? And what if this was not their limit? Finally, a decision was made. Form the largest united fleet in history. Dozens of species, hundreds of nations, rivals, enemies, old warlords, all joined hands for one purpose. To stop humanity before they became unstoppable. It was the galaxy's last gamble. On Earth, humanity knew this was coming. But instead of fearing the alliance, they welcomed it. In a dark room beneath the Pacific Ocean, Admiral Reeve faced his commanders. A hologram showed the united fleet forming. Millions of soldiers, thousands of ships, weapons glowing like stars. They think numbers can defeat us, Reeve said. No one spoke. No one needed to. He pressed a button on the table. A new display appeared. Something no alien had seen. Something humanity never revealed. Project Orion. Massive triangular vessels, far larger than railgun ships, hidden in deep space. War machines built not to defend, but to end wars. Engines that bent gravity. Cannons that shattered moons. Weapons no alliance could imagine. Reeves' voice was calm. They wanted our railgun, he said. Let them see what we built after it. The room fell silent. Humanity had not just prepared for war. Humanity had prepared to win it. The United Galactic Fleet arrived like a storm. Millions of ships, stretching across the stars like an endless wall of metal. Engines burned bright, weapons charged, war drums echoing through every channel. This was not a raid, not a warning. This was the final attempt to crush humanity. The fleet commander, Lady Seraphis of Valtorin, stepped forward on the grand display, her face stern, her voice cold. "Humans," she declared, "surrender your weapons. You will not survive this war." Earth listened, but Earth did not bow. Far behind Neptune's shadow, space cracked open like shattered glass. Giant shapes emerged, Project Orion. Not one, not 10, hundreds. Colossal ships, black as night, engines burning white-blue like newborn stars. Each one larger than alien dreadnoughts. Each one carrying power no galaxy was designed to face. Admiral Reeve stood with one final command. "Orion fleet," he said quietly. "Advance." The universe shook. Orion cannons fired. Not rails, not missiles, pure gravitational rupture. Entire battle lines folded like paper, stars dimmed, shields tore apart like leaves in wind. Alien fleets broke formation instantly. Panic replaced courage, voices filled with disbelief. "This is not technology," one commander screamed. "This is the end of physics." But humans advanced, silent, unstoppable, like the judgment of gods. Throne worlds fell quiet. Empires begged for ceasefire. Enemies kneeled. The galaxy finally understood the truth. Humanity was not weak. Humanity was not behind. Humanity had been preparing. After the last flagship surrendered, Admiral Reeve sent one message across the stars, the same words spoken at the beginning, but now louder than suns. This was a warning. We do not seek war, but we do not fear it. And the galaxy, once proud, answered with silence. Because from that day forward, no empire dared challenge Earth again. Humanity was now the power that others whispered about in the dark of space.